In today's lecture, we are going to learn about government and its forms. So, if you have any questions, put it down in the comment section. Without any further ado, let's begin. Before government, one needs to know about what is the state. State. State is a politically organized community of the people having a definite territory under a sovereign. State has a sovereign, it is permanent. It took part as an independent autonomous role in maintaining relation with the other states. And government is the part of the state. Now what is government? It is an agency that runs or manages the state's affair. Government gives the authority to the life, liberty and property of the people living in the state. John Locke was the pioneer of giving the modern concept of the government. Government is temporary and it has no sovereign. State act through the government. This is what the government is. Now let's move toward the forms of government. First one is legislature, then executive, and the third form is judiciary. What is legislature? Legislature is the law-making organ of the government. For example, in Pakistan there is parliament. It acts as a legislature. It is a cluster of elected members through elections. There are two types of legislature, unicameral and bicameral. Unicameral legislature consists of one house, for example, China, Turkey, and Iran. Bicameral legislature consists of two houses, upper house and lower house. For example, in Pakistan, upper house is called Senate and lower house is called National Assembly. Now let's move toward the functions of legislature in our state. The chief function of every legislature is to make laws. It passes new laws or amends or repeal old ones when so required. The legislature control finance. It is also called the purse of the nation. Most of the legislature have powers to impeach the president. For example, in order to inquire or removal of president. Legislature controls the executive, for example, head of the government, cabinet, and bureaucracy. Legislature has the authority to criticize the policies. Legislature can also pass resolution against executive. Legislature can also remove head of the government through vote of no confidence. For example, the former head of the government of Pakistan, Mr. Imran Khan Niazi, has removed through vote of no confidence. Legislature has the authority to declare war. The next form of government is executive. Executive is a part of government that enforces law and has responsibility for the governance of the state. There are two divisions of executive. First one is the political executive and second one is the administrative executive. Political executive consists of head of the state, head of the government and cabinet. Administrative executive consists of bureaucracy. Now let's learn about the roles of executive in the government. The essential function of the government is to maintain law and order and implemented the foreign policies. Signing treaty, negotiation, joining organization, diplomatic relations, all of these things are determined by executive. Signing bill. Bill is the proposal of a law or a draft law. Only head of the state or president has power to sign the bill to make it a law. Making law. Head of the state or president in some states has power to make law under certain conditions. It is called ordinance. Executive have the power of appointment and direction. Executive have some powers over military. Major military appointments, for example, chief of army staff are appointed by the head of the state. Executive have to prepare the budget. For example, the annual statement of the income and expenditure of the government submits to the legislature. The next form of the government is judiciary. The judiciary is a system of courts that adjudicates legal disputes and interprets, defends, and implies the law in legal cases. It consists of hierarchical structure. The highest court is Supreme Court, under which High Court works. These courts are from grassroots to basic level. There are several functions of judiciary. First one is the interpretation of law. The judiciary is the spokesperson of law. Judicial review. Judiciary has the power to decide upon the compatibility between the law and the constitution. If the law is against the constitution, it will become null and void. Protection of fundamental rights are the basic function of judiciary. It provides advice to legislature and executive. For example, transfer of judges, hiring and budget etc. Judiciary must be free in giving decision from executive and legislature. So its interpretation can become biased and therefore principle of justice will become compromised. Thanks for watching the CSS Sphere. See you in the next video. Keep moving forward. Allah Hafiz.